I have just arrived in the archipelago. This is our kayak. We're on the kayak. We just made it to our first island after a lot of struggle. So we are putting up our tent. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've seen me before. If you haven't seen me, my name is Kira and you will usually find me solo travelling around the UK in my self-converted camper van. But today I am on a new, very exciting adventure. I am in Stockholm in Sweden right now, my first ever time in Sweden, and I arrived late last night. I stayed in this hotel, the Best Western Airport Hotel, and now I have got up early after sleeping for literally like an hour, so I'm exhausted and I'm not feeling the best. But I am heading to the Stockholm Archipelago because I've been invited out here by the Kayak Trail, which is a kayaking and wild camping company. They basically do guided or self-guided kayaking trips around the archipelago, where there is, I believe, over 30,000 islands, which is crazy. So yes, I'm going to be doing the self-guided kayak trip, and basically you can just go all between the islands wherever you want, and you can wild camp on any of the islands. So this is something a bit different for me, but I am very, very excited. I am in a bit of a rush. I have to now get a bus to the train station, get a train into the city centre, and then I am being picked up by their company, and we're going to drive 45 minutes to the kayak centre for the briefing and all the safety information and everything. And yeah, so let's go along with me.
That's what I think. Yeah.
So I have just arrived in the archipelago, and we have come to the kayak centre where we're just waiting for someone to come over and tell us everything we need to know. So I am here with my friend Mansoor.
Hello. This is my first ever trip in the kayak trail.
Yes, he's never been kayaking before or wild camping, so this is the first for him. First time in Sweden as well.
It looks
yes.
wonderful.
It does. It looks very beautiful.
Looks a lot busy as well.
Yeah. My sister Taya and her boyfriend were also supposed to be with us here, but unfortunately they couldn't come, so it's just us. So we've just had the briefing on everything we need to know, and now it's time to pack the kayaks. This is our kayak. Got a section to pack in the back, place to sit, more packing, place to sit, more packing. And here we have all of our stuff. Food bag, all of the camping stuff, more camping, more camping. So as always, I've overpacked and we're struggling for space. So we are trying to make most of every little bit of space in the kayak. Shoving everything in. So we have actually managed to fit it all in.
But generally, of course, you can go wherever you like, no? Like just because.
So everything is done. We've talked about the route and we are ready to take the kayak out. Ooh, kitted up. Look at these views. So, we just made it to our first island after a lot of struggle. I don't know what we were doing wrong, but that kayak kept turning in every direction apart from the direction we were trying to go. It is quite windy, the water is quite rough, so we were going again, like the wind was going against us, it was blowing against us and we were trying to go forwards, so I think that's what the struggle was about. And obviously the kayak is very heavy as well. When I've kayaked before, I've only been in, you know, the little kayaks you hire for a couple of hours and you don't have any stuff on them, so they're very light. And we struggled.
We're just sorting out no food.
Yes, we're trying to eat some lunch now because we're starving. What time is it actually? It's 3:30 and we had breakfast at 7. So we're pretty hungry. We just kayaked for, I looked on the map, I think it was about 1.5 kilometers. We are on an island right now called Boholmen. My pronunciation of these islands is going to be terrible, so I'm sorry for that. But yeah, that was a fun experience. Hopefully from now on, I think we did get the hang of it eventually, so hopefully from now on it'll be a lot easier, but that was stressful to begin with. So yes, we are getting out all of our food, seeing what we have, and we are going to eat, and then we are going to continue our journey onwards. So we've got out some of our snacks. Most of our food does need to be cooked, so we're not going to cook right now. But we've got some crisps, we've got some digestive biscuits, we've got these little, these look like kind of cinnamon bun things. What is this? Crackers, apples, more apples, yeah, we have Oatly milk. Taya would like that. We've got 2 loaves of bread. Yeah, we do have another 2 bags full of food, but everything's like packed in really tightly, so we're not going to get it out right now. It is so pretty here. It is a bit windy, but everything is so lovely. It's really warm, it's 25 degrees, but the wind is a bit chilly, and also I was starting to get sunburnt, so I've just got this on. But yeah, we're gonna walk around this island a little bit now, just have a look at everything. It's so cute. The island we were just on. Look, lovely. This looks really cute. So we just arrived on this beautiful island, and this is where we are going to stay the night. Look at this. So peaceful, so lovely. I look a complete mess, by the way, ignore that. Oh, but it is so nice. This island doesn't have a name, it's just a little tiny one, but this bigger one behind me is called Munko, and it is a nature reserve. So I assume we're not allowed to camp on that one because it's protected, but I also assume that this one is okay to camp on. This isn't part of the nature reserve. Let me show you the views from up the top. Look at this. There's our kayak down there. Sun is starting to get low in the sky. Mansour is sitting in the shade down there because he's had enough sun. I, however, am going to lay down there. Can you see my mat on the rock? I'm going to lay directly in the sun because I can never have enough sun. I need a tan. But how beautiful is this? The wind has completely dropped now. No wind at all. The water is completely still. And I think we are going to camp somewhere here. You can see there's this kind of big flat area on the top here. I think that would be the perfect place to set up the tent. And then we can look out at this view and hopefully we'll have a lovely sunset here. The sun does not fully, well, it does set, but it doesn't get fully dark here at the moment. Last night, we went to sleep around, well, I mean, I didn't really sleep, but I went to bed around 1:30 and it was still like blue outside. You know when you get the kind of blue hour and it's not fully dark? It was like that, and then I woke up at like 2 or 3, I think, 3, and it was really bright, like the sun was fully shining through the window at 3 AM. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. So I'm quite interested to see how it's going to be tonight. That sun feels really hot on me right now. So yes, like I said, I am going to sunbathe for a little while and then we're going to set up the tent and make some dinner. So unfortunately the wind has picked up a lot, which means the spot we were planning to camp on is way too exposed. It will be very, very windy. So we have found this nice little patch behind me. You can see where someone's camped there before by the ground. But yeah, this is perfect. It's completely sheltered from the wind. And look at the lovely view. The sun is starting to go down now. We are absolutely starving. So we're going to put the tent up and then we are going to cook dinner. So we are putting up our tent in our nice little sheltered hole in amongst the trees. So now we are trying to light our stove, not very successfully.
Oh.
So we have decided to have these like camping meals tonight, the ones where you just put hot water in, because we are starving and cannot be bothered to cook something proper. So I just ripped the top off mine, but I'm having the Asian curry and Mansour is trying the potato garam masala. Both sound pretty nice actually. So if you book the food package with the Kayak Trail, then they supply all of this food. Obviously I'll show you everything else on all of the other meals, but we have a lot of food. We have a cool bag that's full of like vegetables and all that kind of stuff, cheese. Then we have some of these dried meals. We have lots of stuff that we can actually cook, pasta, meatballs. Yeah, we have a good amount of food. And yes, like I said, you can book that and the Kayak Trail will supply it all. So the food is ready and I just tried it and it actually tastes pretty good. I'm happy with that. Tent is up over there. Not sure if we did it quite right. It doesn't look the best, but it's fine. And look at this, we've got the sunset and our little chairs set up, so we're gonna sit there and eat dinner. How cute. Dinner with a view. Look at that. Look, the sun's starting to set over there. So lovely. Love the hat. So how's your food?
It was really nice and a quick made food, like easy to make outside somewhere. If you're going outside, you know, hiking or somewhere, you're camping, it's very good, really ready to made food. So you don't have to spend the time. It's easy to eat and a very nice taste even.
Yeah, pretty good. So this is the sky currently, just after the sun has gone down. The moon up there. And we are heading to our tent for the night because we are exhausted. I forgot to mention that the kayak trail provides all of the camping equipment you need, so you don't need to bring anything for yourself. We've got the tents, we've got these mattresses, we also have inflatable mattresses, we have real pillows, which is great. Yeah, everything. We have the little camping chairs, all of the cooking stuff, everything is provided, and we have 4 of these big things of water. So this is how the sky currently looks at 10:25 p.m. So yeah, I don't think it's going to get much darker than this. I mean, it was definitely darker than this last night, so I'm sure it will get darker, but like nothing crazy, not fully dark. Yes, a beautiful end to a beautiful first day. We are going to try and make our way down to one of the bigger islands. So we are like fully lost in the middle of the forest. There's a moose! So we found our camp spot for tonight. I just needed to show you the sky now.